All right, friends, it's T-Man, and we're gonna do a reaction video to a new video that a good friend, the Nacho Plan, has uploaded, bro. Yes, man, I can't wait to see this. So, our good friend Nacho says, Eccentric overload, upper body physique update, broski. Yes, man, this is gonna be amazing.
Fellas, what's going on? It's your boy
Damn,
Nacho. We are back
damn, off the bat, that's a lot of weight, bro. Wow.
for my upper body day, my
You gotta be strong to handle that eccentrically, Christ. Okay.
favorite fucking day of the week, man. I could not wait for this. We're starting off with some accentuated dips. If you guys can see, I have 4 plates and a 25 on for a total of 205 pounds. This is the heaviest I have done eccentrically for 8 to 12 reps, man. I think I did it was like over 10 sets, man. I'm creating more damage now because I'm taking free form amino acids. So I'm gonna be taking advantage of that by creating more damage. So
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Of all the supplements to take, I mean, people take like creatine. They take all these weird powders and, was it protein powders and these crazy supplements. They're going to build muscle. Bro, there's nothing better than amino acids. Even when I was growing up as a kid, I knew about amino acids. They're the best. I mean, you cannot go wrong with amino acids, especially when you're doing like these damaging exercises. You need this, like you need help. You know what I mean? To build your muscle. And that's really going to help amino acids. Now, I did post in my community section. Maybe I'll do a video on it. I've talked about Brewer's Yeast before. The problem with Brewer's Yeast, I mean, there's the tablet form. They have the tablet form. People don't like the powdered form. I used to use the powdered form. It definitely is a mass builder. Like when it comes to muscle, it is a mass builder when it comes to muscle, and it is actually very cheap to buy in tablet form at the health food store. You can find my health food stores, Brewer's Yeast. They sell the tablet form, whatever. It really is one of these superior so-called plant proteins when you think about it. It's an ancient plant, whatever. It's been around for millions of years or some shit. The point is. I mean, when you take it, the problem is there's a lot of gas. There's some bloating and gas, and that is the problem with Brewer's Yeast. It gives you bloating and gas, and it has a relative level of oxalates, so you need to be careful. I don't know. People, well, when you're young, people are already eating all these fake foods with oxalates in them. It hasn't really affected them. They're affected me when I was younger. But I do know it gives you a lot of gas. Brewer's Yeast gives you a lot of gas, a lot of bloating, depending on how much you take. And you need to take a lot of it, and then it's going to give you bloating and gas. So, me personally, amino acids, they don't give you that. I don't get any of these disruptions with amino acids themselves. The animal product kind, amino acid, made from animal products, I don't get that problem. But like I said, if you can handle it, you may want to incorporate some Brewer's Yeast in your diet because it is very high in selenium and some other trace minerals. And it is very high in B vitamins, and it has all the essential amino acids, so that also helps as well, And Brewer's Yeast, the uptake is that of animal protein, so it's just almost similar, you could say that. So there you go. I don't know. It's discretionary, you know what I mean? But if you're doing well with amino acids, I would stick with those, just those, you know what I mean? All right.
next we have some accentuated pull-ups. I have 3 plates and a 25 on me. You guys can see this is the most weight I've ever done eccentrically. So what is this?
Well, one more thing. With amino acids, you want to take them before you work out and after. Now, again, it's discretionary how many you take before and after you work out. I usually take 6 before I work out and 6 after in the evening before I go to sleep. I don't know. Some people will take 4, some people take 2, whatever. Sometimes they take 4 and the 4 before they work out, 4 after. I don't know. It really depends. It's really discretionary. Me personally, I don't usually go over 6. I just do 6 and 6. That seems to be enough. That seems to be a good number for me. I don't know. I don't know about other people. And I skip the last 2 days at the end of the week. I don't take them the last 2 days before I work out again. Yeah.
I don't know.
In other words, I usually take them on the day that I work out, the first 2 days, upper body, legs, and then I'm already sore from my upper body the next day when I do my legs. So I count from there 3 days. So the first day, second, third, fourth. So it's usually about 4 days, and then sometimes at the end I don't take them anymore. And I just do them like that: 6 and 6, 6 and 6, 6 and 6, 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening, 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening. I just do them like that. Like I said, it's discretionary.
I don't feel like counting the weight right now, but it's 20 pounds more than what I did last week. So I did like over 10 sets of those and just kept going.
I gotta say, those were pretty good. I'll go over those one more time. Sorry, I was talking over you.
Damage. So next we have some accentuated pull-ups. I have 3 plates and a 25 on me. You guys can see this is the most weight I've ever done eccentrically. So what is this? This is, I don't know. I don't feel like counting the weight right now, but it's 20 pounds more than what I did last week. So I did like over 10 sets of those and just kept going. Next we got these side laterals. My version of doing this, it's a full stack, and I'm just letting the weight pull the shit out of my shoulder, man. If you guys can see, I'm using my arm a little bit just to initiate that eccentric, and it's a little range of motion.
You're always in the eccentric in that exercise. If your arm is coming from the other side, when your hand comes from the left side to your right side, that's always eccentric. Anything that initiates isometrically to concentrically, that's concentric. When it initiates from the side of your body, like these people flying it up and down. That's why for them it looks odd. They don't know what you're doing. They don't understand. You're doing an eccentric exercise. The range of motion is short. It doesn't matter. As long as you can feel that tearing feeling in the muscle. It doesn't have to be so full range. The range doesn't have to be. It has to be enough initiating and going back down, pulling downward. Make sure that it pulls you. The weight pulls that muscle down, causing a very good stretch and a tearing.
So what I do is
in other words, the pulling is necessary, like pulling inward, but the weight pulling you down is more important. You know what I mean? That pulling downward, many reps pulling you downward. Yeah.
Keep going, man. I keep going till I cannot even lift my arms up with my own weight. So I think I just did like 20 to 22 sets. I just kept going because my shoulders are becoming very, very resilient. So 8 to 12 reps. Everything is 8 to 12 reps, and I did multiple sets. I did do biceps today. I could not record that. There's people around me. I just didn't want to get in anybody's way. But I did about 15 sets of biceps. Next, I just want to try something new. I did some eccentric overload pullovers, just staying in that bottom half of the range of motion. You guys can see it's a huge stretch on the lats, and surprisingly the long head of the triceps, I'm getting a huge stretch, man. So
this is pretty good. You have really good form. I gotta tell you, you really understand the exercises. It's amazing. You know, the fact that I've never really shown people, we just have been discussing it, but you've really caught on quite well, I gotta say, you know what I mean?
This and my dips, my triceps were fucking trashed, man. So, yeah, I'll show you guys what I did for triceps later, but then I got these barbell rows. If you guys can see, I have 2 plates, so this is...
That is very good form, man. That is very good. Yes, you really are understanding how to accomplish this. All you have to remember is just stay in that eccentric zone. Remember, eccentrically, isometric, eccentric, isometric, eccentric. That's all you have to remember. Eccentric, you hit that isometric, back down again, eccentric. That's it. You don't have to go past the isometric. You know what I mean? You're going to get more out of it. This mechanical tension, you're going to get more mechanical tension out of this exercise. Really, I mean, yeah. You should also try and do these reverse. That could be, there's machines too, they do them. I do them reverse. I just use my arms, man. I do them really heavy. Also, you can use cables, like some cable stuff, close center to do that. The trapezius within the center part, or even pull inward, standing up, pulling it inward, like you're doing a landmine. Same thing, man. You just, arms are out. You just pull it inward. You let your back pull it in and then let it stretch it out. That's it. The weight. Also, you could do one arm cable rows the same. You know what I mean? Like as if you're rowing like a barbell, yet it's just your back. It's just your arm. Your back is pulling backward and inward, going back and in. That's it. One arm rows, cable. Just keep pulling them. I mean, you're going to get a lot out of pulling one arm cable stack rows, like a whole stack of the weight there. Doing one arm cable rows, pulling it, you're going to get a lot. You do like even just 5 sets of those, dude. I can feel the tearing all the way through my arm, all the way to my back. There's another guy, he comes and does them. He says, I love these. He's always like coming next to me when I'm doing them. And he goes, oh my God, can I do these? He goes, I love these, Jesus. He says, I feel tearing all over the place. Yeah, they're really good, man, honestly. Like, really, when you learn not to use your arms and you figure out all the exercises to use your back, you really are going to get a fucking well-defined back. It's really going to come out big time.
225 on, and I'm just using my back
That's
to
right.
bring the weight up, and I'm getting that full stretch at the bottom. You do not need to row it all the way up because that's concentric. You just need to focus on the eccentric. So that's what I'm doing. I did about 10, I did another 10 sets of like 8 to 12. So these are different triceps. Just doing something new. The machine was taken.
These are good, and actually, you're doing them really well because I just watched your video. You're doing them really well. The fact that, yeah, you just have to bounce them up and down. That's it, because the range of motion is very short. It's impossible to get injured or hurt on these exercises. Why? Because we're not doing full range of motion. See what I mean? In other words, you've got stronger on the concentric, but you're weaker on the eccentric. It going down can cause you an injury. See what I'm talking about? It's impossible to get injured in eccentric because you're always in that zone. That range of motion is very short. It is impossible to get injured. You understand? It's crazy. It's usually always these concentric lifters. They're the ones that are always getting injured because they're weak eccentrically and they're not in the eccentric. They're trying to do a full range of concentric. And then again, they're weak eccentrically, whatever. You get the point. Sometimes they lose that control of the weight. It comes down and then it comes down too hard. And then bang, they pull their arm or something, get injured. There's so many guys now injured online. This Useda guy, he's injured, the shoulder, this, that. Now this guy from Revival Fitness, he's injured because they're all weak, bro. Get it? They don't do eccentric exercise. They stick to concentric. They think that's building muscle. It's all sarcoplasmic. They're so weak, and that's why they get injured. And the overuse, and they possibly got some micro damage. They didn't even know what it was. And then they started exercising through it. It opened up a bigger injury, and then they got fucked. The fact that you're more intelligent, the intelligent people, we lift eccentrically, right? We lift eccentrically, but we allow our muscles to go through a repair and a remodeling. Now, if you don't allow your muscles to go through a repair and a remodeling, and you keep overusing it, that's where you run into problems with the joint problems, the knee problems, like this Revival Fitness guy and these guys. They all have injuries. They all have problems with their joints. They got problems now. They got an injured shoulder, yada, yada. And now they're like, I think I need to quit lifting. Yeah, that's what happens. See what I mean? That's just insane. Remember, the most important is to get strong eccentrically, and everything else shall follow suit with time, patience and time. And you're going to make it there.
So I'm just doing this where I'm just pretty much bouncing at the bottom. But I couldn't even do a lot of weight. This is only 35 pounds because of the dips and those pullovers. My triceps were very, very damaged. So I just did about 3 sets, and that's all I could manage.
That's good, man. You put in, when you come in on the day you're working out, that is the day you want to put in 100%, because remember, you're not coming back the rest of the week. You are growing the rest of the week. You are growing, you are getting bigger and stronger the whole week. Your body is going to come back bigger and stronger. See what I mean? And you're looking very dense, bro. It's coming in.
Here we go, man. Look at this, looking dense. Hell yeah. My back, man, it's looking crazy. Watch when I flex when you're watching it. Boom. Yup.
You have very good definition. It's coming in even more. Yeah, you're looking really dense now. Now I see the thickness coming in. The last time, not so much now, more than before. Yeah, definitely.
My arms are getting bigger and everything. In my lat spread, Hell yeah. So, I'll see you guys later. Peace.
That was amazing, man. All right, friends. Listen. Thanks. All right. If you want, you can subscribe to the Nacho Plan. His channel is called the Nacho Plan. If you wanna help out the channel, go over there, like, subscribe the video, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. That was amazing. Bro, I'm loving it. It's great. It's great. I'm speechless. Anyways, yeah. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next one, and give a shout to our friend here, the Nacho Plan. That was much appreciated for making these videos. I think he's doing a really good job. I'll see you in the next one, friends. I'm out of here.